When it comes to exposing Diddy's dirty secrets, no one can do it better than another hip-hop giant, Snoop Dogg, who has been in the same industry with Puff for decades and definitely knows about everything that Diddy tries to hide. And apparently, Snoop Dogg has spilled some beans related to Diddy's wild parties and why other rappers are now scared to approach the music mogul. Well, this is the moment of big exposure from another veteran of rap. So get ready, guys, as we are jumping straight into details. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live channel. I keep my eyes on the most discussed events in show business and always bring you the hottest updates. When it comes to partying hard and with luxury, no one does it better than Scene Comms, better known as Diddy. There's no one in the show business community who hasn't attended Diddy's opulent shindigs, and it's truly a privilege for many celebs to get an invitation from the music mogul, from Chris Brown and Madonna. Apparently, it's a crime not to attend another bash of the producer. According to Diddy himself, these parties cost millions of dollars, and judging by the never-ending supply of delicious food, drinks, and other party-related substances, every shindig is doomed to be a party of the year. However, lately, rappers seem to avoid partying with Diddy, and as another king of hip-hop, Snoop Dogg, believes, it's all because Diddy, the honorable and generous host, starts to behave irrationally when he drinks. As terrifying rumors spread across the hip-hop community, fans also have a chance to find out what's going on behind the closed doors, and it all thanks to Snoop, who attends every bash and witnesses way more things than Diddy allows to be published. As it turned out, for Diddy, every party is just another opportunity to delve into his wild fantasies, and his guests are obliged to follow his party rules and even take part in some acts against their will. It seems like many rappers and young talents don't believe it's a privilege anymore and consider every invitation of the music mogul as a trap. Well, rumors about Diddy's uncomfortable activities with other men are nothing new, and even his own ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, spilled some beans on his former boss. Since Gene's job of protecting Diddy's secrets is over, this man has a lot of interesting claims to make, starting with the bomb about Diddy's real intimate preferences. It turns out that Diddy likes to experiment with men, and most importantly with rappers who are under his mentorship and work with him. If it weren't to people exposing Diddy's nature, we could have never learned the truth, because looking at the parade of Puff's ex-girlfriends and a bunch of kids he has, fans were truly shocked to see headlines stating that Diddy's bodyguard had seen his boss having an encounter with fellow rapper Ja Rule. As Gene Deal revealed, Diddy expressed his desire to visit Jay in his hotel suite and ordered his bodyguard to guard the door while the two men were inside. Gene recalls that his then boss told him, "Gene, you don't want to go inside the room. There's a lot of freaky stuff going on inside there." Apparently, it was not Gene's place to question anything, considering he was there doing his job, but it looked like Diddy was definitely drunk and not acting rationally at that moment, and disappeared behind the Jay's door for hours, while Gene was standing right outside in close proximity. Sharing his experience of that wild evening, Deal mentioned that he saw Diddy and Jay going out of the room wearing nothing but towels, and there are many reasons to suggest the nature of the rapper's activity.
You gotta use your mind, what they was doing with those.
It looks like Diddy doesn't control himself when he drinks a lot, and Snoop Dogg has seen a lot of wilder things at Diddy's parties because with the amount of alcohol being poured, it's not like the music mogul or his guests are limiting themselves to one margarita. And with Diddy's behavior and demands getting more and more bizarre, Snoop Dogg believes that his friend will soon lose the trust of young rappers and people stop working with Diddy. Despite Diddy's influence being a ticket to fame, money, and success, and we've seen a lot of examples of his mentorship and how being under his wing elevates people's careers to new heights, more celebrities like rapper Mace go against Diddy and even warn young talents to never work with him. I guess working with Diddy comes with certain services young rappers are obliged to provide in return. And although it's never implied because, Diddy isn't exactly shouting about his orientation from the rooftop. So once the contract with Bad Boy is signed and a young man is promised money and a place in the hip-hop community, it feels strange for many to back up and their lives are getting irrevocably ruined because of these things. As May said, when I see the hurt and the pain of other people on Bad Boy, that motivates me to say something. Well, when one person goes vocal about such things, it begins spreading like a plague, and apparently, people are getting more and more cautious when it comes to Diddy's promises and even working with him because he already wrecked some people in the past. There's a story that Diddy once had the opportunity to sign 50 Cent to Bad Boy Records, but decided not to, and something tells me it was 50's decision not to enter any disturbing relationship with this person. Up to this day, many people are confident that Diddy made a huge mistake because 50 Cent is a talented musician. There were speculations about what could have possibly happened because these two rappers working together would change hip-hop and create something great. As rapper Tony Ayo said, a lot of people don't know this story. 50 went to Diddy for Bad Boy. A lot of people don't know that. We had the meeting, and it was so crazy that Diddy didn't sign him. I know, that was one of the biggest mistakes of Bad Boy. Well, it all becomes clear when you hear 50 Cent's side of the story. The rapper stated that Diddy was offering him something else, apart from working. And as the rapper revealed, the music producer invited him to go shopping together, and the nature of this proposal was quite alarming. If you don't know, well, let me tell you that an invitation to go shopping is a famous euphemism for asking a person if he wants to hook up. And 50 was certainly disturbed by this proposition.
Told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say?
Well, 50 was smart not to agree to Diddy's propositions, but there's a bunch of young talents and rappers who actually said yes to the music mogul, and many fans keep wondering what made them deal with Diddy because the whole world knows about his wild and uncontrollable behavior when it comes to forcing his proteges serving him in a very suggestive way. As one person wrote, some go not knowing. They think they'll be networking to boost their careers and the other 97s are nasty, just like him. And another person commented, Diddy is the Harvey Weinstein of hip-hop. Apparently, Diddy sees how his actions go unpunished for decades, and he doesn't care what people are going to say or speculate. Well, at some point, the music mogul may accidentally expose himself, like he already did when talking about his other protege Usher. I've recently made a video about Diddy's impact on Usher's life, and let me tell you, some fans are confident that Diddy's education didn't end in just taking 14-year-old Usher to the parties. As Diddy himself once said in the video, he used to wake up with a young rapper in one bed, and the footage quickly went viral on social media.
Right here from day one, we used to wake up and, pause.
Well, Usher never said anything about his experience under Diddy's mentorship, but being a dad himself now, he once categorically stated to a reporter that he doesn't want his kids to have similar experience, and we won't let them anywhere near Diddy.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
It looks like Diddy's list of victims is so long that people are afraid to even approach him, let alone allow their kid to be under the music mogul mentorship. As Snoop Dogg believes, Diddy stops controlling himself when he starts drinking, and that's why young rappers prefer to find other ways to help their careers thrive without being forced to serve Diddy's dirty needs. Despite Diddy's public image as a womanizer, he is not able to keep a girlfriend for a long time. And apparently, when they get too close to reveal his secrets, he chooses to get rid of them, just like it happened to Kim Porter. According to many rumors, she knew a lot about Diddy's secret life and games with other men behind closed doors, and was even ready to share this information in her tell-all book. It's been more than 4 years since Kim tragically died, and the rumors about the real cause of her demise don't decrease. With many people blaming Diddy for that and other speculations about the music mogul wild parties, it seems more than obvious that Snoop Dogg noticed the number of rappers willing to work with Diddy is rapidly dropping. Very few people were able to partner with him and escape undamaged, and apparently, you have to be as strong as 50 to say no to Diddy or influential like Snoop Dogg himself. Otherwise, you may end up in a Puffy's list of flavors. Considering Diddy's weight and power in the industry, celebrities should be more cautious with their statements about him because Diddy most certainly feels invincible. As one person wrote, right, you see how he did, Kim Quiet has kept her tell-all book was coming out soon. Then boom, she passed away. So sad. The crazy thing is when she wasn't feeling well, he pointed her to his doctor. And another fan assumed that Diddy may try to silence another celebrity to avoid major exposure. This person commented, is he gonna come after Snoop now? Well, it's not new for Diddy to have inconvenient people who say too much suddenly eliminated, and we have a lot of examples to assume that the music mogul doesn't see any obstacles when it comes to guarding his secret life. And what do you reckon? Are rappers truly afraid to work with Diddy because it would eventually mean ending up in his bed? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other video about Diddy's ugly deeds. This man has too much power in the industry. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned and I promise to be back very soon with a new portion of gossip about your favorite celebrities.